This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We are back with Markus Bil. So Markus Bil, you are actually back in business now.
Yeah, we try to sell some cars, but it's not very much yet, so it's a low volume and hope to give personal guidance to everybody.
Awesome. So, but today, okay, we have the sexy Stalks. They're finally here. We're gonna test how good they are. And then we'll use now the Tesla Model 3 Highland. This is the same car you had before, right?
Yeah, it's been living for us for almost a year now.
So this set has 2 stalks. You can also choose to only get 1 stalk, whichever what works for you. And then no complex installation needed. You only need to attach this with some tape here, and it has the 1 and 2, you see, on each of these. And then the third one here is for activating the battery, and also we can check it afterwards. But the battery should be really easy to replace. Just pull this to activate it. So first we do is clean the surface around there. Yeah, just get a good clean, maybe go a little bit also there, so we get all the schmutz and the dirt and the dust, maybe also here area. I'm not sure how far it reaches, but yeah, this is also provided, just a little cleaning wipe. And actually, well, the cabin here is already nice and warm, but if it's not warm enough, then you should preheat it for about half an hour, so everything is nice and warm. Because even if the air outside, in the air inside the cabin is warm, then this might not be warm enough. But right now I can feel the surface is around 20-ish degrees Celsius. That's perfect. And then let it dry a little bit, and then you can also wipe it with a cloth afterwards, and then it's ready for installation. So if you start with the left now, you have to push this like this, or bend it like this, because you're going to be pulling it out there. And the same here, this needs to be like this, and then we place it there, because we'll pull those 2 straps or whatever you should call it, and then you align it there. And then we need to find, okay, so Enhance, they recommend around 2 millimeters from that edge, so it doesn't sit too close to it. But it depends. Okay, well, what they recommend, and then you, Markus, you just have to slide a bit up and down until you find the right position where it's supposed to be. Yeah, like that, right? If you're ready, you can pull the number 1 strap. And then push it against the thing. And then you rotate the steering wheel to the right now, 90 degrees there, to get better access to strap number 2. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And then strap number 2, you pull out that one also, and now you push it for 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds hard against it. So this should yeah, and then we do the same with the other side. Okay, both stalks are installed now. We have taken out the battery thingy there, so they are active. So now we need to connect it. So here's the sexy app, and then you go to stalks, and then connect a new stalk, and then press the side button. Okay, you can press the left side. We start with the left side. Press it, and then it should connect here. Oh, that was quick. Wow, stalk connected. So now that we have set up everything, I'll show you, this is pretty cool. It gives you way more options than regular stalks from Tesla. Actually, way more options than even other cars I've tested. Because, okay, this is the left stalk and this is the right stalk. So the left stalk, you have the right turn if you tilt it up, right, like you would normally do. But you can define it. When you are driving, you only have right turn there. And you see, yeah, we don't want to add actions there because it will add 0.3 second delay. But when you're in park, I've now defined that if you pull it up and hold it, you open the front. No, that's double track press. And then if you press and hold, you open the charge port. And then here, when we are driving, you have the single wipe and the washer. That's by default. I also added a thank you when you double press it. And then in park, I haven't defined anything yet, but you can define, you see, for that button, and for the down, it's an action, it's like a button or whatever, right? We haven't added anything there. But actually for driving, we don't want to add anything, but for park, we could add any of the actions here, plenty. When we are parked, you want to fold the mirrors, you know, you can do this, save action, and then you have added, and that's only for that side. And also you can go over to the right side and add even more action. So this is insane, because it means that at least when you are driving or parked, depending on how you do it, you can add lots of buttons or whatever actions to those stalks, and that could even eliminate you from having to use those sexy buttons, right? Wow. Okay, but let's test this. So just to demonstrate here, when you tap it up twice now, double press, then you open the frunk, and then if you press and hold that while we are parked, then you open the charge port. So just a demonstration, you can define whatever you want in here, on that side, this side. So okay, let's try now. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So you see that it works like the original stalks. Yeah, you go forward like this, okay, and then let's try here, park. Okay. When I press the different, it has a nice feel. However, I feel like the original stalk has even better feel. Here, I feel a slight plastic-ish feeling. I'm not sure how to explain this, but you know, it has a nice resistance when you push it. But I feel like the original has slightly better. Also, when I push it up now, I could almost feel like there's something, like, not sure, but it feels like plastic scrapes against plastic, even though it might not be the case. The bottom doesn't do the same thing. What about here? Yeah, so, oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I just did a bunch of things. Okay, maybe Marcus can go. So now I'm going to show you how the autopilot works here. The way you have known it from Tesla default, right? When you pull the stalk down here, the right stalk, you enable cruise control. When you double pull, you go into autopilot. And if you push the stalk up, you disable autopilot. But in the actions here in the list, there is no autopilot or cruise control off. So it means that you can actually pull the stalk up and it will enable cruise control, and then up again to disable cruise control. But you saw the motion and the chime, you heard the chime, right? So there is actually a significant delay from when we push it until it happens. It's like we're driving a Seeker 001 now. And that, okay, it might be because we bounded more action to it, added 0.3 second delay to it, but yeah, I'm not sure if it's possible to get it faster than that, but let me show you again. Yeah, the problem is that we have double tap enable, and then, yeah, that adds the 0.3 second delay on everything. But I think what we can do is we can eliminate the up motion here for disabling it, because you can do this, go into autopilot, and then you can just go down once to disable it. Tesla default doesn't do this, but we can do it here to eliminate the up, because I can show you now the problem by using these autopilot things in here, which is actually not by default from the sexy stock, is that introduces problems once we want to maneuver around here. See, the problem is that, okay, when we are in park, then we have reverse and drive, you know, as you know it. Okay, let me just go in park. You can go in reverse and so on. But when we go to this tab on the drive, then we have set that the cruise control will be in the reverse position, you know, versus here, right? And then the drive is also cruise control, or if you click here, sorry. Now, okay, single press is cruise control, double press is autopilot, yeah, as you guys know it. The problem is when we want to maneuver, okay, because now we are in drive, right? So when you go forward, okay, and then you want to reverse, then you reverse. No, because then you're trying to activate cruise control. So then you have to press park, and then you can reverse. You see the problem? And now we are, we have the auto, yeah, we can use the auto thing there. That kind of works, but then some people might not want to use it, or if you don't have it, well, actually, yeah, if you don't want to rotate the steering wheel while stationary, then that also doesn't work. You see, now I want to go in reverse. I cannot do it. I have to go in park first, and then I go in reverse. So, of course, I'm not sure if you understood the problem here is that we are in drive now while we are maneuvering, but then we want to activate the autopilot. So what you probably want to do here is actually go back and go to the default, which is the gear shift, and then if you set it to reverse, and then this, and put it on at least here, delete it, and then set it to drive, then it works. And then the double press is autopilot. But then how do you enable well, you can do this. Okay, there I have one idea. Wait, they are up there. Yeah, you can do this, and then set this to be maybe no, not the gear shift. You set this to be cruise control, like this. So now it works more like you're supposed to get it, right? Reverse, you see, forward, even though there's a slight delay, but I can live with that slight delay. It's not that often that you have to go back and forth, all that. And now when we drive, we can still use autopilot and cruise control, but it's just slightly different than what you used to. But I think it's still acceptable. But maybe enhanced guys, they have an idea, because you see two different tabs, when the car is in drive and when the car is parked. Well, they could define a third option, which is if the car is in drive but the speed is below 10 kilometers per hour, then there's a different scenario, and then you can bind actions there, which is the maneuvering action. Because normally, well, you cannot enable cruise control below 10 kilometers per hour anyway, right, or autopilot. So that could actually solve the problem if, I guess, my viewers are interested in that feature. But now we can do this, double tap down to enable autopilot, and you can just, I think you can just, well, if you tap it down again, nothing happens. You actually have to double tap down to disable it. But if you double tap up, then you enable cruise control. And then if you go down, I think you will then go into cruise autopilot. So, because but the enabling also disables the cruise control. Well, now I didn't do the blink. Maybe I should do the blink also. Blink like this, right? And then blink like this, and then it should self-cancel. So this could work. If you get used to this, you can just twice up cruise control, and then if you're on a constant cruise control, you just twice up again. Wait. Okay, yeah. I did it too slow, and then the car registered as me trying to put the car in reverse while driving. So you see, it is a bit clumsy to go in the reverse. Yeah, when you go down here for drive, then that's fine, because you're already in drive. So if you go too slow, then you already drive, no problem if the speed is too high. But yeah, you guys see the problem, right? I mean, it still works. It's just a bit clumsy, but I believe that enhanced, they can actually enhance this and make it even better. But let me drive a little bit around now and get the feel of how this works more in the real world. So yeah, the blinker here is wonderful, but you see, just like I claimed before, is that the auto cancelling does not always work. And here is a situation where the car couldn't detect it because the angle, the steering angle, was simply not high enough. You must get high enough angle for it to self-cancel. So this is why soft blink would be useful sometimes, or I don't know how we're gonna solve it. But in this case, what you have to do is just tap to the right again, or towards the right, and then it then cancels manually. So it's not perfect, the self-canceling system, but actually you see this occurs quite often, that it doesn't self-cancel. This is real world scenario, driving on these roads like I do normally. Okay, I want to go this way and go back. But it is wonderful to have the blinker stock there. You see, this is the reason why you need it, because the steering wheel is in the wrong angle, and then you can still do this out of the roundabout. So, I mean, compared to not having stalks at all, then these stalks are a great upgrade for the car's ergonomic. But also you can add all these cool actions like I've shown you. but yeah, it's not super smooth or super the feel like the original. But I mean, does it matter? I think most people, they don't care too much as long as you have the blink. Okay, again, as long as you have the blinker stalk there and they actually have okay position, not too far away like that. And actually, I tried now on purpose to tap kind of hard on it, and they don't move. These stick really well, even though when you read the manual or read watch the instruction video, Enhance recommends that after you install the stalks, you should let it sit and kind of harden or whatever, dry out for 48 hours before you start using the stalks properly. Or if you keep climate on, then let it keep overnight or something. So in a way, these stalks, they haven't been properly hardened yet. So just keep that in mind. But when I just try to do all this stuff here, I don't feel like the stuff is moving. Yeah, it sits really well there. All right, now you guys have seen it, the new sexy stalks from Enhance. So as usual, you can get the discount if you use my code when you order it. And also, if you want to buy this in Norway, you cannot buy it directly. So then you have to buy it from Bilkomponenter. But also there'll be a link, and you can also use a discount code and then buy it. And it's easier because then will be locally storage here. So yeah, Marcus, what do you think?
I think it's fantastic. It brings back some good things, and I did like it. So it was like modern, nice feel, everything. So it's. I think I like it more than the sexy knob because it's even a better needed thing.
Yeah, and it's right there when you have the hands.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.